Hello, welcome back to session 93 of our Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Not bad,
Very
not bad.
good, very good, very good, very good.
Nice.
Doing good.
Yeah, like we didn't play last weekend, but we had a good excuse. Obviously with Rich and Joanne getting married. Woohoo!
Woo!
Woo!
Wait, you got
so-
married?
So
yeah,
yeah,
I'm delighted.
that was the biggest distraction from our campaign. Yeah, so congrats for ruining everything. I'm joking. So anyway, let's just get straight into it then, shall we? So last we left off, the party, you had all returned back to the base camp after rescuing Cascus from the Shadow March, where a lot of stuff had happened, including the fall of Null, the god of death. So when you kind of returned back to Kulakan's vault at first, you had a look around, you discovered the golem that you were looking for, along with a ring which seems to control it. Unfortunately, you also discovered that the ring has additional powers, which may unfortunately cause Henning to undergo some changes over the coming days and weeks.
Very strange places.
But upon returning to the camp, Roxon was reintroduced to the Morna after years away. And the party, you all decided what you might want to get up to next. Morna suggested using her forces, the gnomes and the orcs, to distract Narsamel away from Nivorlus, so that you may sneak in undetected and fight him. Additionally, there's also the lost weapon Moonbreaker, still missing somewhere within the palace grounds, which of course will be vital for returning the trespassers' control of the Shadow March, as well as returning, getting rid of the kind of curse of the gloom that's happened. And on top of all that, the immortal elf contingent that you saved from Narsamel at the start of this little arc, led by Hagen, had left when you went missing to make the treacherous journey to Vesh's prison. And Hagen, unable to afford any more time waiting around, decided to take Vesh's fate into his own hands. So, of course, if you leave soon, you may be able to catch up with them before they get there, and potentially, whatever consequences that might have. But first of all, you wanted to go speak to Kazenki, right?
Yeah.
All right. So descending past the large wall that blocks off Kazenki's forge from the rest of the camp, and descending down into it, passing through the kind of old and decrepit living space that he has sort of fashioned for himself within the forge over thousands of years, 1,000 years or so. You hear the familiar banging of him forging and reforging the chains to make sure to make sure those chains aren't broken. And he says he sees you arrive along with the clomping of the iron golem behind you, and says, "Ah, you returned! Amazing."
Yep, and we got your buddy.
Fantastic. Well, I'll put him to work straight away. Thank you so much.
Slight issue with the control, though. I don't suppose you know much about this thing.
Show me. You're going to show Hagen?
Yeah, he just shows him the ring on his
sorry.
finger.
Kazenki kind of looks at it and says, "Curious, I never knew Kulakan to use such a device."
Can you get it off
Without
Well-
killing him.
without killing me?
It's slightly beyond my capacities, I'm afraid, but I mean, a couple of days of having a look, I could probably work something out.
That would be good.
We don't exactly have a couple of days, is the issue.
Well, didn't we say it was going to take about a week for this to start causing issues?
Yeah, but we also need to cut the group off before they get to Vesh, and we have another issue to deal with.
We could be back in a week, no?
And besides, it wasn't only until much later the problems become bad, no? It is dark. I do not think he's going to have a problem with that. He might want to have a little bit of blood, but Yenira can do that, right? She's got the hexweave.
Indeed, a heart-blood ring, as this is, will take about a month before you start seeing the negative consequences.
There you go.
Oh, good.
But if you just verbally let the golem know that to stay here and just to allow me to give it instructions on the forge, I can work on other things.
Yeah, sure. Golem, do what they say.
Okay. Gazinki kind of laughs and says, "Just fix those chains. You know what to do." And the golem just sort of clumps over, picks up a hammer, and starts hammering at an anvil. Well, I feel liberated. Gazinki says, "I can finally go for a holiday."
We kind of need your help with kitting our friends out. Is the issue?
Yes.
Maybe
I know.
after then.
I've spoken to them. My services will be required for a little longer yet, I suppose. Is there anything you want me to make for you whilst you're here?
I suppose we make a ball of Vesh killing or something. I don't know.
No, we actually left that in the vault.
That'll be 2,000 gold.
No, my speciality is just simply shade steel, I'm afraid. However...
Is Vesh,
Oh, gone.
is Vesh weak to shade steel?
I suppose everyone's a bit weak to it. But I've never seen Vesh with my own eyes. As long as I've lived, he has existed as a legend.
Has anybody ever seen Vesh before?
Nick says, well, I have.
What does he look like?
Well, he's a warden, so he takes his own form.
Hmm.
But he's made of something I don't really know how to describe it. The wardens were originally made of some sort of light, I suppose you could describe it. But when Vesh turned, it's almost as if all the radiant light in him turned to darkness. But
So like a reverse torch.
I suppose so. But he used to take the form of a kind of spectre or a shadow, I suppose. But I have no idea what his form will be like in that prison, whether it's his true form or whether it's a form he's taken for himself. I simply helped banish him. I didn't create the prison for him. That was the warden's doing.
Well, that's a good thing, I suppose. But it means that we can kind of predict what he's going to behave, right? He's a warden. We've helped him before.
Yeah, but they were also. He's also the one that's been helping Narsimel, and was he the one that helped Narsimel, or did Narsimel betray him? I can't remember very well.
Well, it was. Yeah, you don't. Sorry,
Nick says, well, it was actually Naruzatar who was helping Narsimel.
That's the one.
And Naruzatar was sort of taking the form of Vesh, to whether to fool Narsimel or whether to cause chaos in the gloom. But as far as we're aware, Vesh is still in that prison, asleep. Which, unfortunately, your good friend Hagen might just mess up if he's not careful. Which is probably why it's important to get to him.
Yeah.
Well, he can't be too far from now.
Another day's travel or so, I suppose.
Yeah. So if we're teleporting ahead of them, then we've got time, I guess. Anyway, shade steel stuff. So what can you make?
Well, I
How
can make a
long?
weapon for you if you'd like.
How long do you reckon it'll take?
I won't be able to make it immediately. It'll take probably a few days, but if you give me what the sort of things that you request, by the time you're back, it'll be ready. But I'm also also specialize in rune crafting. I can upgrade various runes on your weapons. I can change the materials of them. Shade still has many interesting qualities.
Right, who's anyone a bit behind on the old armor or weaponry area?
I don't think I can wear shade still.
I could
That's-
perhaps. I have what's it called?
That's the point. We've got some heavy shade steel armor, but we weren't able to get any like light or medium stuff. Are you able to do that?
Isn't it always heavy?
Yes, unfortunately, it's heavy when you're not wearing it, but when you're wearing it, it should be fairly reasonable to wear.
Kafka's armor's up. He clicks his finger, and this kind of splint mail comes on him that he always has when he's in battle. Is there anything you could do with these? It's just a regular bulk 3 splint mail, +7 AC, and dex modifier cap, negative set speed, pen.
Do you have any runes
Not on it. No,
that
no.
you would require on it? Well, if you give me
Oh.
a shout, I can. I mean, I could always suggest some, but
Wait, Cascus. You know, we've had like multiple sets of spare shade steel armor this whole time, right?
Well, I grew attached to my armor. I did not really. I probably should have thought about that. In all honesty.
Yeah, three now since the whole fire elemental incident thing that happened just over there. But,
I apologize. I have no good excuse for that one.
well, how about this? Kazenki says, I have spent a long time honing my skills at Shade Steel, but I have also, in the past, become a rather big expert on runes. And if you would like a very special rune just from me, I would be happy to provide it.
He looks around to everyone, but yes, that sounds good.
I am one of the only rune crafters in this realm who is able to create winged runes. If you would like the ability to fly, let me know.
That would be fun.
You know, a devil commonly has wings. I do not, so that would be useful. Do I need to leave my armor with you?
It shouldn't take too long. I can probably do it before you leave.
Should I use one of the new Shade Steel sets? I say no, not at this point.
Calsville
And,
will reach in and hand over one of the sets to you.
I remember when you did this, you just kind of touched it and it attached itself to you.
yeah, just sort of attune yourself to it, but it won't take long.
Okay, so Cascus takes the Shade Steel.
Can you send him the information for that, Richard?
I
I
think
might have
there's
to
not,
go back a bit.
Sorry.
I think there's not a lot to it. It's basically just 10 resistance. Basically, just takes you take 10 less damage from any like strikes.
Okay.
Or any like attacks, or
Yeah.
well, any. Was it just attacks?
It's I think it's just 10. I think it's from bludgeoning, piercing, or
8 was the AC bonus, right?
I think it was all.
Oh, it might
I
just
thought,
be-
yeah,
it
I think
might
was
be
all
all
damage,
actually,
just attacks.
yeah.
So not. I think
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saves and stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, so-
minus 10 physical attacks.
Yeah.
So
so
yeah,
just,
resistance 10 to everything, but only from attacks, obviously.
yeah. Other than that, I think it's just a set of full plate.
So what's the AC on that? It's
I think it's 6.
Are you proficient? Can you
So
wear it?
I can do splint mail. Well, I have been doing splint mail, but I can do heavy armor.
I mean, splint is heavy.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, if you can wear it, that's fine.
I think the only real difference is the strength score on it, because you need +4, so 18 strength to not suffer a penalty.
Okay, but that's fine. I mean, I was suffering the -10 speed anyway, so
Hmm.
that's fine. So it sounds like the only bonus I'm getting is not a more AC from the splint version, but just -10 on physical attacks.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Kazenki takes your armor sets and just goes to his anvil for a little moment, and after about 10 minutes or so, he returns and says, "Go on, try it out."
He puts it on, and
Does everyone want this rune on?
Sure.
It's
yeah.
the winged rune.
Why?
So it's it's a greater winged rune. So you can have your wings out permanently, and you can dismiss them whenever you like.
Oh, if it's a greater
So
winged rune, then yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh.
please.
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes into account what other runes that you might have on your armor. So if it depends if you are able to put it on.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think I have anything else.
To take the runes out, it's the take to the skies action, which is 2 actions, and then it lasts until you dismiss it. Okay. And that gives you 25 speed, fly speed, or your land speed, whichever is slower.
Nice.
Let's say Cascus, after you've attuned yourself to the Shadesteel armor, you sort of hit the center of your chest where there's like a gem encrusted with a rune that Kazenki's put on, and 2 kind of transparent ephemeral wings sort of shoot out from the back.
Well, because of the shade still, I assume it kind of morphs to his whatever. And there's like, I guess maybe the way around his tattoo is on his chest. It's like there's no armor or anything. You can kind of see his kind of tattoo with the big fire kind of devil, rather Allura tattoo, rather.
There's a Mirian one.
The Zadmirian one, yeah. And then you've got like there was also like a corruption to it, I think, as well, because of the incident with the death.
Yeah, there's like a sort of like a green and red fire that sort of is like attached to the wings, just sort of like siphoning a little bit of your latent magic within you.
This is very cool.
As for everyone else, the wings kind of take whatever kind of magic or style that you wish. So I guess with Cyan, they're sort of 2 kind of shadowy black wings.
Edgy. I like it.
I guess, yeah, maybe sort of like crow's wings or something. Hanira, do you want magic rainbow wings?
Phoenix wings.
Phoenix wings, okay, that's cool. 2 like fiery kind of phoenix wings.
Oh yeah.
Henning, how would you like your wings?
Flame, like tattered, flamed. Kind of
Okay,
wings.
yeah, so sort of like almost like flaming dragon wings, just sort of like a bit tattered and cut up. Calcifer, how would you like your?
Probably it's like probably it's like sort of metallic and maybe a bit like Arakin. Arakin, is that his name?
Oh yeah, like
Metallic
clockwork.
dragon?
wings.
Yeah, like the clockwork.
Yeah, like sort of like in the same fashion as your shield.
Yeah.
Hank kind of looks down at his Shadesteel armor and woofs, and 2 very furry wings pop out, as if dogs could have wings, but apparently so. He starts like barking and jumping around, flying as he does. Woof, woof, woof.
Oh.
Nice.
Kazenki says, be very careful. Obviously, you can still take fall damage if you somehow lose control of them or you dismiss them. But you can always right yourself in the air. You might need some practice. Learning to fly is difficult. And obviously, there are limits to how high you can fly up. When the air starts becoming a little bit thin, the wings will become less efficient, and if you're not careful, you might, I don't know, suffocate. But it shouldn't cost you much in terms of energy to use them. The glyph is there for that.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, don't need these
So-
anymore. And Casper just like sits on the ground, takes off his winged boots, and
boots, yeah.
puts them back in the bag of holding, and brings out his old boots of bounding.
Well, there you go. Please don't ask anything else from me again. That's a very expensive rune I just gave you.
Well, it will be worth it if we stop this problem. Hmm?
Can I get it in pink?
The wings.
No, I'm joking.
Okay. He says, right, well, I have a lot of shade steel to make if we're going to fix up these gnome ships, of course. So I've got to get to work, I'm afraid. Thank you for your assistance. Thank you for bringing the golem to me. It should, it should put us in a good spot.
Nice. Cheers for the wings.
Cheers for the wing.
Right, I guess we've got a decision to make. I don't suppose. Can you make shade steel bullets? Would that be an efficient use? Are you like got plenty of it around here?
You're asking Kulakan. Sorry,
Yeah,
Kazenki.
Kazenki, yeah.
He says, well, the issue with these, I mean, I've never used these things called bullets until gnomes showed me. Unfortunately, I think that they require some sort of like casting and molding to make, so to speak. So it will take. I mean, I could probably make each one individually by hand, but when it takes an hour to make a bullet, it's not very efficient.
Yeah.
But in the future, perhaps it depends if we can scale up these operations.
All right, that's maybe a future thing, not a sorting this shit out right now kind of thing. Then
Indeed.
maybe once we get back to just kind of points up. Well, if we were outside, you'd see what I was gesturing to, but you know.
Well, anyway, yes, I bid you farewell, and best of luck in your adventures, and I'm sure I will see you soon.
Best of
Alright,
luck. Hope
cheers.
the fresh air doesn't kill you.
I miss it more than you can imagine. So as you're leaving the forge, Nick says, so what is the plan?
I take it. I believe we were leaning towards heading off the group on the way to Vesh.
I think we should go to them, yes, and deal with that problem. The less Narsaman knows of what we're doing, the better.
Yeah.
And then perhaps move on to Nevorlis.
Yeah. I do fear that Vesh waking up would kind of ruin our element of surprise.
Well, who would like to try their wings?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, sure.
Cyan is already hovering off the ground.
Unless otherwise clarified, he is covering.
Unless otherwise clarified.
I just float now, ominously.
Exactly.
It's like walking is for peasants.
Yeah, you do notice that obviously the wingspan is probably like, in total, probably about double your height. So they like when you really stretch them out, they do go quite large, and they do make you quite an imposing presence. And as you sort of like begin to take your first sort of flaps into the air, a few gnomes and orcs start to gather around and sort of murmur amongst themselves as you shoot up into the skies. Yeah, what do you want to do? Just have a fly around the camp?
Anyone fancy a race?
Well, I was going to go towards where the clean people might be, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're actually faster on ground, but
Oh, are we?
well, unless your speed's
What's
lower
the
than
rune
25.
called?
Greater winged.
Greater, yeah, winged. I can put it in here.
I've got it.
Oh, nice.
I mean, they could also help us scout ahead and things.
Oh.
It's a much easier way to get a bird's eye view of things.
Yeah, might help if you're going as the crow flies, you know, over mountains and stuff. It probably might speed us up a little as well.
Yeah. Also, we don't need to climb anymore.
Don't issue us easy.
Hank looks in his element, flying around the camp. He swoops down near a fire that a few people are cooking sausages on and snatches them off the sticks. You see a couple of orcs go, "Hey!" as Hank just flies off very quickly.
We have unleashed the apex predator.
It's like Clive V2.
Oh no, he wants to be a dragon as well.
All right. You begin to see the process of a few gnomes starting to bring parts to upgrade, like bits of the hull of the ship, down into their forge, where you can hear Kazenki sort of furiously beginning to forge some shade steel plates in their place. Morna comes over to you and says, during this period, obviously our ships are going to be undergoing a bit of a maintenance, so we're not able to send them out to assist you if you need assistance for the next few days.
Right.
We've been fine previously.
Indeed, but just if you spot anything out of the ordinary or anything, just let us know, and we'll do our best to try and get someone to you. We have scouts all over the place, but
We have a way to communicate, don't we?
yes, you have your
Yeah.
beads.
Yeah, that's right. Great.
So, you're going to catch up with those elves then, are you?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Best of luck.
I feel if we outright say we will, then we're gonna jinx ourselves.
Please look after Alira for me.
Will do. She's settling in well. I've given her a suite in one of the ships.
Is she at all freaking out by the fact that these elves drink blood?
She hasn't spotted that yet.
Hmm.
We're just going to keep that under wraps for now, I think.
Yeah, maybe one thing at a time. You know, she's just been brought back from the dead and all, so I guess there's two ways about it. There's either, you know, don't freak her out unnecessarily with, you know, more and more kind of creepy stuff, let's be honest. Or just throw it all at once and then be too in shock to notice how weird it is.
It's fine. We'll keep her safe. She's as safe as she is here.
All right.
Anyway, Roxon has got some new weapons now. He's itching for a fight as well, so...
Cool.
But unfortunately, we do need him at camp. We need as much security as we can get. We never know when Narsimel might spot us here.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I suppose the best better not dilly-dally.
You still haven't spotted any tile stones yet, have you?
No. What do they look like again?
Kind of green rocks, I suppose.
Saw some
I'm-
like mossy rocks. Seems those don't count.
They'll be like glowing.
Mm.
It's fine. I didn't expect there to be any here, but it'd be useful to have scrimshaw. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Well,
But at the very least,
We'll keep a lookout.
yes. If you do find any, just let us know.
will do.
And she nods and then twirls on her heels and sort of marches off.
Oh, you could always see if Kazenki can figure out some kind of like artificial one. He's pretty handy.
That's a good question. I'll ask him, see what he can do.
Worth a
I'm
shot.
sure he might be able to just try and get some magic out of a stone, enough to keep Scrimshaw going for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that he was the most powerful of all the Clive Five. Played with
Some of that wizard was
and
quite
most
strong.
handsome, and also
Have you been reading his diary again?
I disagree.
She laughs and says, "Well, at the very least, he's been very useful. So yes, I suppose he is quite good. But yeah, I'll speak to Gazenki. But best of luck on your journeys. Hope it's
Best of luck with
yeah, hope it
you.
goes well. All right, see you soon.
all right, we all ready?
Yeah, is there any last bits you want to do in the camp before we head off?
Kaz will probably go say goodbye to Alira, but unless she's got anything specific,
Okay.
then
Yeah,
don't need
you're
to-
sort of making your way up onto the main flagship of the fleet, where you or the one that's remaining, knocking on a door, and Alira opens it. Casper.
Oh yeah, we're off.
So soon.
Yeah, yeah, got shit to do, you know. Gotta sort all this out. So hopefully we can get out of here.
She looks sad at first, and then looks down and scrapes the feet on the ground a little bit, and says, "I suppose it would be too much to ask for just a night."
Every night that we, I think any extra night we spend here, yeah, the consequences could be pretty dire, I'm afraid.
I understand.
Like, look, don't get me wrong. I would love that. Like, sooner we can be gone from all this and back with our family, the better. But like, I don't think we're even on like the same plane as home right now. So until all this is sorted out, it's a non-starter. This is how we see our kids. We gotta sort this out.
She leans up and gives you a kiss. And then after a moment, she steps back and says, "I understand."
You should be safe here. If shit goes down, Morn and Roxon should protect you. I have it on good authority that Roxon will go down swinging to protect people, even if he doesn't actually want to. So use him as a human shield. He can take a lot of arrows and stuff.
Nice.
And understood. Well, yeah, go get him. I'll be praying for you.
All right. Don't die again. Gives finger guns. Like awkwardly.
She laughs as it just slams the door in your face.
Oh, I think I handled that well.
Before returning to the group, you notice a few people speaking to Ivada. Not Ivada, what's her name? The other girl. The other Hagen one. The other.
Ivana?
No. It's.
Fagin?
Fela. There we go.
Fayla, sorry. Fagin from the West.
Fela says, remember, Hagen wants to use that book. He will just go headstrong into there, not thinking about anything else. He's always been a bit of an idiot. If you can slap some sense into him, and maybe try and keep him safe, this might actually work. But I don't have much faith in him on his own.
Do we
And-
actually have permission to slap him?
As long as he gets back safe, you can do what you want.
Well, we managed to do it. We managed to do it once before, so I hope we can do it again.
I would come with you, but there's a reason I didn't go with him in the first place. I think it's stupid.
Well, stay here. Yes, I agree. We will make him okay. You have our word, or my word at least.
If you want to track him, do you have the ability to?
Well, I assume he's taking the. Would he stick to roads?
Yes. I mean, there's the north road that goes all the way up into the mountains. I'm sure he'll go that way.
Well, we'll try that. If we have having a problem, we will contact back to base. But it feels like time is of the essence, no?
She gives you a locket and says, "Hagen and I have had these 2 lockets since childhood as twins. They're connected. The closer you get to him, the more it'll warm up." She hands it over.
Very convenient. Great.
If you're in the right direction, it should get warmer and warmer.
Okay, thank you. Cascus takes the locket, I suppose.
And you know that it's on the map, so you should be able to make your way over there. But just be aware that you'll be passing Navorlus. It's going to be the most dangerous part of the area. It could be anything over there. Right, stay safe.
You too.
If anyone can do it, I know you can. All right. So, is there anything you want to take with you, or like pack, or you got everything you need?
I don't think we left anything here, no?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think
So shortly after returning back to the camp, you are looking back at the open road again, and take your steps down from the forward base up in the mountains, down back past the woods.
I think we were going to teleport.
Oh yeah, of course. So where do you want to teleport to?
Probably further down the northern road, I guess.
Well, could we go just straight over to Vesh's prison? Or,
Yeah, you can
or
do.
around there? So if we figure definitely need to cut them off before they get there, then it might make sense just to go
Yeah, I suppose.
where they're going to go.
We could wait there for him. It'll be pretty obvious when he arrives because the thing will blow. Yeah.
Have you got your teleport today, or do you need to have another
Yeah.
rest?
No, I've got it now.
Okay, cool. So you should be able to teleport straight there. Level 6, right?
Mhm.
1% of the total distance traveled, so it could be anywhere between 4 miles. So yeah, can you roll me a D6, D7, please?
Ooh.
Half
Yeah.
a mile.
In a half a mile.
If it's 1%,
Oh yeah,
it's
of
about
course.
50
Yeah,
miles.
yeah. Oh yeah. Roll me a D7. Sorry.
I've done it the right way. Yeah.
All right, so standing around in a circle, Hanira's starting to whip up dust with the magic circle that is forming around you. You are whisked away across the mountain pass, the entire forest zipping past you in an instant. Before you arrive, slightly south, in a kind of a partially wooded mountain pass. You land. Around you, you see obviously the peaks of the mountains nearby. The huge tower south of you, closer than you've ever seen it. Seems to have grown even more and is still slowly growing. And you can actually hear like a creaking under the floor, like a little rumbling, coming from the tower, maybe the few miles away. as you can see the kind of the rock of it slowly creeping into the sky, minute by minute. In your hand, Cascus, the amulet, the locket, is suddenly quite warm. Nick says, "The prison should be anywhere around here, but I mean, it could be anywhere in these passes. We need to start having a look. Look around."
Is there any feature at all?
It's like this is a mountain pass that's obviously been carved into the rock. Maybe it was a road originally, and then like over time it's sort of been worn down. But like the walls themselves have kind of etchings and inscriptions and carvings all across them of either old kind of spirits or old elves, or even just bits of ancient graffiti of people carving their name into the rock, saying, you know, so and so was here. It's quite a winding passage, and there's many different kind of points to go off, but it sinks into the rock maybe about 6 feet or so, and then there's still some tree cover overhead. So you could have a look up in the sky and see what you see what's nearby. Because obviously your vision is kind of obscured by just the rock around you at the moment.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a good idea.
All right, make a perception check for me.
Who's doing this? All of us? Or...
If you just want to go have a look, it's fine.
Sure. I'll go. 30.
All right, you shoot up into the sky, and you know, you get an even better look of the tower south of you. There's a whole bunch of trees around in the darkness, and you notice first of all that maybe about 200, 300 feet away, in the distance, there's a little glow of a fire.
Towards where, to back the way we came.
Yeah, I guess sort of southwards from you.
Okay.
But there's no other signs of life except for that fire.
Well, if I had to hazard a guess, that is probably Hagen over there. Do you think we should find the tomb first before we go to him, or maybe we could tell him to find the prison if we cannot find it and not reveal ourselves?
Nick says, "Why would we not reveal ourselves? He knows us. He trusts us."
But he might not take us to the prison if we are with him.
Are we even trying to get to the prison right now? I mean, our goal isn't to wind up at the prison, right? It's to stop them from getting to it.
That is a fair point, but there is a risk that what is his name? Oh, sorry, I have a complete mind blank.
Hagen.
He's in there. No, not Hagen.
Vesh.
Vesh.
Not Vesh.
Nelson?
No. I think he was taking Gerard Laura instead, but actually, yeah, anyone I think.
Viseri.
Viseri, yeah, Viseri. We knew he was taken, but we don't know where. Like, I was just wondering if there was a chance he was put in Vesh's tomb.
I'm not sure he was taken. He just sort of wandered off.
Yeah. Well, we do not know what happened to him, but I mean, we could just leave him in there. Maybe safer if he is just in there.
Yes, for safekeeping.
For safekeeping. You know, I technically would have done what they asked of me if that had happened. So, yes, maybe we do just go to Hagen then. But I suggest we, we do not do anything suspicious, perhaps, and just go up to him.
So you're gonna walk over to him?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so.
That's
See if the amulet continues to get warmer as we approach.
Yeah. As you approach, the amulet does get warmer and warmer until it's at the point where it's almost like running your hand through a hot tap or a hot spring of some sort.
Nice.
Warm, especially in the cold mountain air. It's a good source of heat. And you know, opening up the locket, you notice that there's like a little sort of sketch of them as children together. Very old, like on old parchment, but has been, you know, kept safe inside the sort of glass compartment. Eventually, a upon approaching where the source of the fire, you hear a few voices talking. One of them says, "You're not going to get away with this." You recognize it as Hagen's voice. Then you hear another voice going, "You fool! You traitor! I can't believe that you would do what the others in the Order would have told you. Can you not see it was a test? A test of your loyalty to Narsamel?" Are you going to keep approaching?
Well, maybe we should leave it a moment so this conversation concludes. Doesn't feel like we just heard what we had. I don't know. I don't mind. We can go. I don't mind.
You can sort of get within eyesight if you want and do a perception check, but you'll need to do a stealth check.
Yeah, I think maybe try and get in a position where if they kick off, we can intervene. But
Or maybe only one of us goes forward. I do not want to, everyone has to do a check, and one of us stands on a twig. Who? Maybe Cyan.
I can stealth up.
See what the conversation entails, and then.
Yeah, I'll
go-
stealth up.
All right, make a stealth check.
though that amulet might be giving us away a bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, he might not notice. Right now.
35.
Only to him though.
35. All right, so sneaking up, dodging the cracking of twigs and just sort of ominously floating your way again, very stealthily. You hide behind a tree, and you see two elven. They seem to be maybe priests of some sort. They're wearing like big kind of, almost like bishop-like hats. And black and red robes with kind of brass chains and ornaments all over their necks and bodies. Standing over a number of your compatriots who are bound to a nearby tree. In one of their hands, one of these kind of brass-ordered people, they have the book which Hagen had been carrying on him. Is flicking through it and says, "Do you not see? This is all nonsense. If you went in there, you would simply have died. But it's fine. We will keep you safe. We will bring you to Narsamel, and you will tell him everything that you have learned from your adventures." And Hagen says, "I will not. I'd rather die." And one of them looks at the other and says, "I suppose we can make that a possibility. But first, you'll tell us."
Sign's gonna look at the others and kind of gesture that they're going to try and kill him.
Oh, right.
I think it's time to bust in.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let me just show you the map then. So I'll put you over here, maybe. So yeah, you're sort of like coming through the tree line here. The group, because they're not in the fight, but they're like tied to this tree over here, including Hagen. They haven't spotted you. Oh, can everyone make a stealth check actually first of all? And this can be your initiative. Just to get, because you might be able to have an opportunity to surprise them.
Can we do a stealth initiative check or just a stealth roll?
And they'll both be the same. Like,
Which is on Foundry, you can do it as a initiative roll.
yeah.
I pressed the wrong one. Pressed the wrong one. Hang on. I mean, yeah, no, don't take that. I'll do it again.
Yeah, you can do it again.
Yeah, I will do it again.
That's right. No, just let you roll over until you get a good roll, right?
Yeah,
that's
thank
how
you.
it works, right? If you don't let us do it, you should DM.
Hanera, what did you get?
36.
36. 6. Alright, so you're on the same as Cascus. Oh, sorry, I just need to roll for you, and then I'll put you under Cascus. And then Cyan, what did you get?
I got a 25.
25. So
Oh, did
It's
you
fine.
say Cascus or Cyan?
no, I said
Sorry.
Cyan, sorry.
All right.
Fine.
fine.
It's fine, you are last anyway. So. Alright, so first up, the guy is saying to Henning, not to Henning, sorry, to Hagen. He says, so where is the camp? We know it exists. And Hagen's like, I'm not going to tell you. But as for now, he is not aware of your surroundings. Cascus.
Okay, so I think I'm going to activate my booty boots, and he will be armored up at this point, and then I will just move 5 feet east. I don't want to move it because otherwise I'm moving Cyan and Hinera as well at the same time. No, sorry, I don't want to move 5 feet. So I want
so
to
you-
move kind of.
You can
Oh, sorry.
so you can stealth move, which is half your movement, or you can like normal move, and potentially get spotted.
I mean, they're going to see us next turn anyway, no?
Depends if you want to just get into a better position or not. It's your choice.
So can I stealth fly move? No.
Yeah.
So if I do 2 actions to stealth and then 1 action to move at half speed, 25 would be what? Is it rounded down or out?
Be rounded down.
So 10 feet to the right, please. But I'm kind of hovering at this point. I haven't really gone up.
That's just 1 action though, because stealthing, like you can. I'll
Yeah,
let you
I used,
stealth
I
off
used
then.
2. No, I used 2 actions for the boots. No.
Oh, for the wings. Sorry, I thought you already
Yeah,
had,
for the
just had them out already, because they don't go away.
Oh, so I don't need to use 2 actions.
No.
2 actions, no. Oh, fine. In that case, I will go.
Only when you're like activating or getting rid of them.
Okay, so I'll go 40 feet, 20 feet east and 10 feet up. Is that how that works?
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 feet.
Well, so in total it would be so 25, so 10 per action, yeah. So 10, 20, and then 10 up.
Okay.
That makes sense. Oh, wouldn't it be? I mean, I think it's a lot less now. I think it's like that's like things.
Well, it works. So, so when you're going up, you move at half speed, and when you go down, you move at double speed.
Wouldn't it be 20 feet up to here? I'm not trying to hamstring myself, but wouldn't it be 20 feet here rather than there?
Oh, sorry. So,
It would have to be this one here. But I'm flying, so it's okay.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
25 still. There you go.
So it's half speed to go up, but I'll say if you're stealthing, it's the same.
Invisible, just kind of hovering.
Okay. Is that your turn then?
Yeah. I think so.
All right, Hinera.
I don't really want to do anything yet. I think I'm gonna do similar thing to Cascus and just sort of like get a bit closer. I'm not very stealthy
Okay.
though.
Yeah, I'll take your last stealth. I'll take your last stealth roll. So that's a 36. So
Ooh.
until you kind of like do anything, you'll just be stealthing at the same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like go along the old tree line a bit.
Okay. Are you
Right.
flying or are you just walking?
I was just gonna walk.
Yeah, because they're like facing this way, so they're not looking behind them at the moment. So
I'll go a bit closer.
okay. So you move. Yeah, that's enough. All right, Henning.
Go gadget wings.
Mhm.
And I would like to fly.
Where would you where would you like to go?
Just along here, the tree. Where the trees
Okay,
are.
so yeah, you're moving half speed. You're moving half speed because you're stealthing, unless you want to drop stealth.
No, I won't be that person.
So 30 feet, 3 actions,
Yeah.
and then do you want to go up at all?
Yeah. Well, I'll go up 20. Can I go up 20 feet?
Yeah, you can go up 20.
Yeah, I'll go up
feet.
20 feet next to my buddy.
All right.
Buddy.
All right. This guy says, if we are not going to get it out of you voluntarily, I suppose we will have to use other methods. and starts casting a spell. Calcifer?
I'm not sure what's gained by just continuing to stealth up. So, Casper's just gonna run at them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think it was more so we. Yeah, don't worry. It's fine.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Leroy!
so
Calcifer.
95 feet. So he will stealth. So he'll sneak forwards 20 feet.
Okay.
If it'll let me move. There we go. And then he's going to cast Time Jump. The second action, which allows him to basically do 2 actions with time basically sort of stopped.
Okay.
As long as they're just movement stuff, which he's going to use to go all the way up to here. Oh, come on, let me go. There we go.
Alright.
And then final action. Go for a grab on the top one.
Okay. That is his what reflex DC, is it?
So that's against his
Of-
fortitude DC, 38.
That is a success.
Okay, so he is grabbed. And then Hank is going to start going in that direction as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's it for Calcifer.
Alright. Cyan.
Is there a shadow to the north of the guy being grabbed?
Shadows all over the place here.
Alright, well then I'm going to use my focus spell Shadow Jump to jump to the shadow in front of him, which is
Okay.
within 120 feet.
Okay.
Can you move me? When I leave Discord, it lags.
That's fine. Just north of him, yeah?
Yep, and then I'm going to hit him.
Alright, so appearing out of the shadows, you and Calcifer appearing at the same moment. I'm gonna make an attack.
Fuck. 27?
27, that is a miss, unfortunately. Yeah,
Ah,
Calcifer grabs
shit.
him from behind and sort of holds him, and you go for a lunge, but unfortunately you just trip over a little twig nearby and goes wide.
Who keeps leaving these here?
Ah, master plan. Leave twigs
You
all over the
thief.
place.
It is I, the Twig Master.
Is that all your actions?
Yeah, Shadow Jump's a 2-action gig.
All right. Seeing you all approach, this minster says, "Intruders! Oh no!" And he begins to. He uses 3 actions to summon a loom. So he begins to focus. All the chains across him begin to glow with a kind of fell energy, and out of the ground, just behind you, Calcifer, a skeletal hand shoots out from the floor until dragging itself out of the ground is a possessed kind of dead body, glowing with necromantic magic. Is this turn over? Cascus, sorry.
Cascus is going to break his stealth. Is going to take 1 action movement to 25 feet. I can go from flying to here.
Yeah.
That's okay. And then it's going to do where is it? Whirling flames on the. It's a 5-foot.
Five for emanation. Are you there? Hello?
I don't know why I muted myself. Five-foot burst. Sorry, on the one between Cyan and Calcifer.
Alright, so that's going to affect Calcifer and Cyan.
Oh, it's a 5-foot burst. I thought burst does just the bit. No.
Yeah, it's a burst that goes 5 foot around.
Actually, I can't even reach. I can't even reach that one either. I'm being stupid. I'm sorry. Oh, ignore me. I'm being thick. Sorry. In that case, let's so something that's a bit faster range. No, all 30 feet, 30 feet. Alright, I'll just move on a bit closer then. Can I move to? Let's go up this way, up to here, please.
What, there?
Yeah, and actually, I'll take my next action as well to move to over here.
Okay, are you going to move down at all? Are you still flying?
I'll stay up 20 feet for now.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you begin flying over the prisoners. Alright, the spirit-bound Illum that has been summoned lumbers with a unnatural grace, kind of powerful necromantic magic shooting out at it. It is going to use an obliteration beam up at the sky towards Cascus. So suddenly a powerful blue beam of light shoots out of it. You need to make a basic reflex save, please, Cascus.
Okay. Reflex.
Roll.
30.
30, that is a fail. Suddenly, out of nowhere, this beam shoots you, hits you on the side, and deals 66 force damage.
Okay. I'll use Selfish Shield as a reaction, which
Yeah, and you can
reduces it
take
by...
10 off from your armor as well.
Okay, so sorry, 66 for minus... I'll just do 55 minus... I'll sort this out, it's fine.
Okay.
Isn't the armor
So it's
just
2
attacks?
actions. What's that?
I thought the armor isn't the armor just attacks?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, yeah. Unfortunately, it's just
So
attacks. So because it was a save, it's not.
Okay.
So it's 66 minus whatever your self shield is, and then it is with its last action going to punch Calcifer with its skeletal fist. 39 to hit.
That hits because I do not have my shield raised.
All right, that's 24 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, down to 14.
And then you need to make a fortitude saving throw, please.
Ooh.
As you feel a kind of cold frost begin to latch into you.
Okay, 43.
43, that's a success. That's fine.
Okay, and I crit succeed.
Right, Hinera.
I'm gonna move to here. Oh. There we go. And then I'm gonna cast slow on this guy.
On this one.
Yeah. Can they make a... Why does it not say?
Is it will?
Yeah, I imagine it probably is, but it doesn't actually say. Let me just go into the description.
Fortitude.
Why do you say that?
I looked up on Archives of Nethys.
Oh.
And yeah, defense.
Yeah, it
fortitude.
doesn't actually say on the
That's
description on here.
40. That's a 43 on the fortitude saving throw.
Ah, the critical success. Damn. Nothing happens.
Okay, it's just you hear a sort of ghostly laugh coming out of the corpse. As it just he shrugs off the spell. Anything else in here?
No, I can't do anything else.
All right, Henning.
I'm going to charge towards them. So how fast you move with the wings again?
So 25 feet, or your movement, whatever's slower.
Oh, 25 feet is slower. So one, two, and get to basically here, and then
Okay.
that's my whole turn.
Are you still in the air, or are you going to?
I'm still in the air.
Okay. All right. Let's return. All right. This grabbed minister. He can still make attacks, right?
Yes. Though he has to make a flat check to try and do them, I believe. Let me just check that's actually true.
Okay. As a free
it's only
action-
it's only manipulate actions, so only if it's like a bow attack or something.
Okay, so he's going to use his free action to go into a premonition of death, which puts him in his stance of death.
This guy likes death.
And then he is going to make a claw attack with his sharp claws against Cyan.
Nimble dodge.
That's 48 to hit. I assume is that a crit?
Yeah, that's a crit. Even with that's a crit. Even with my nimble dodge. Fun.
Glimpse of redemption.
All right, that's 54 piercing damage.
Reduced by 16.
Okay, so 38, is it?
I think so.
Yeah, 38 to you, Cyan.
And they're enfeebled too.
He's enfeebled 2. And then, as a free action, in his stance of death, he can grab you. So he's going to make an athletics check.
Do I make a check or?
It's against your fortitude. Is that right? Fortitude DC?
Yeah, grapple versus athletics versus
So
fortitude DC.
46. And your fortitude DC is what? 31. So that's a crit success.
Sorry, I was just looking up. How do I find out my fortitude DC? Is it just my fortitude bonus plus 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the result again? Sorry.
So 46.
Yeah, that's a crit.
So does that restrain him?
Yes.
Alright, you're restrained.
Oh, fuck me.
And then with his next action, he's going to use his Drain Key ability. So he needs to make another athletics check against your fortitude DC if the victim is grabbed. So that's another athletics check. He begins to sort of try and, as he's got his hand on you, his claws sink into your chest and it starts to draw out your life essence. That's 31. What is that? Is that just a success? Oh yeah, your DC is 31, so it's just a success. So you're drained 1.
Oh, I'm not having a good time, y'all.
And he regains 19 hit points, but he's already full. And then he is going to... Oh, sorry. And then if you... Oh yeah, and as he's in his stance of death, you also take 1d10 persistent bleed damage on a hit. So that's 2. Luckily for you. So persistent bleed, you're on 2, and then he's going to use a claw action against Calcifer as his third action, and that's going to miss. All right, Calcifer.
Okay. Razor shield. Going to attempt to reposition the guy above me to try and break the grapple that he has on Cyan. Break the conga line.
Okay. What does the
It's
reposition mean?
basically just a grapple.
Okay.
So that is 36.
Is this fortitude DC?
Yeah.
That just succeeds.
Okay, so I'll move him to down and right one.
Here?
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, you just grab him from behind, pull him off Cyan. So Cyan is no longer restrained. You are still drained and bleeding.
Okay.
You hear the minister say.
Okay, and my last action. I shall. I will use the. I'll activate my Clockwork Shield to give me the extra shield block reaction.
Okay. Cool.
And then Hank is going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there.
All right, Cyan. Feeling a little bit like your life force was just a little bit of your life force was just taken away from you. What do you want to do?
Shit. I think Cyan's just going to move back a couple of movements. So that's about 50 feet. Just to kind of... No, just one movement, actually. Can he take, like, an action to try and staunch the bleeding somewhat?
Yeah, battle medicine can end bleeding. If anyone's got that.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
I've
I've
got-
got that.
I did have it. I can heal you quite a lot.
Alright, Cyan's just going to kind of move next to Cascus.
I'm 20 feet in the air, so you can kind of come below me, but...
Yeah.
Or
And
maybe
I
we could try and
think
get the
Cyan
prisoners.
I think Cyan is also going to get 20 feet in the air because that hurt, and I would rather be as far away from these motherfuckers as possible. And I think that's me.
All right, and is it a fortitude save after you take bleeding?
It's just a flat check.
Oh, it's a flat check. Yeah, can you roll a d20 for me, please? He needs what? Does he need 15 or higher?
Yeah, usually.
Okay. All right, you take 2 damage, and then your turn. And you are still bleeding. Right, this minister is going to use a free action to enter Stance of Death. And is going to run at Henning
Uh-oh.
and attack you with his claw.
Oh, it's... I'm 20 feet up.
Oh, yeah, of course. Right,
It's
Calcifer
got
then.
very big claws.
Calcifer then. Actually, he's going to run up here and do that then. Oh, sorry, Cyan, you moved back, didn't you? Where did you want to move to?
He moved next to Cascus.
Flew up.
Like here.
Yeah.
Is that fine? All right, Calcifer, that's a 45 to hit.
That hits.
Not a crit, luckily. 37 piercing damage.
Okay, I'll shield block to reduce that down to 20, and then another 10 comes off from the shade steel. So just 10 damage.
Okay, and then a 45 athletics check to grab.
That is a success. That is not a crit success.
Okay, so you are grabbed. And then he is going to he is going to use he's going to reposition you. He's going to use an athletics check to reposition you.
Okay.
31.
That is a fail.
All right. He like starts grabbing you and just tries to pull you, but your armor's too heavy. He's like, move. All right, it's Casket.
Cool. So, Cyan 20 feet in the air or not? I assume he is because he's got his wings.
Oh, sorry, hang on. It's got one more action actually. It was a free action to grab. He's going to use his last action to drain key, so that's another athletics check. On you, Calcifer, that's 45.
That is a regular success.
Okay, so you are drained 1. As again, his claws go into you, and you feel some of your life essence being taken.
Okay.
Where's drained on this?
I found it.
Drained. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
there
I
you
got it. I don't know why it did -14 there. Was that just from the attack earlier?
It takes off health when you do it.
Oh, of course it does. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
your level.
Yeah. All right. So Caskets, now it's your turn. Sorry.
Cool. So I'm going to do. So Cyan's next to me, yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do a level 2 upcasted because I've now heightened it this level. Infernal heal. I'll do it level 5. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I did there. So heal versus living, and then because I've got this prayer beads thing. Let me just remind myself what this does. +1 health per divine spell, so you'll gain an extra 1, whatever the answer is here. Roll. So that's 76 healing.
Cool. On Sire.
Yep.
Done. Are you moving down first to do that?
No, he's flying up. He's up next to me.
It's
Cyan
the
flew up to-
the 2-action one's ranged anyway.
Oh, okay.
No,
Did you want to be flying?
I thought we said he wanted to be as
Yeah,
far
I
away.
couldn't really see because of the lag. Yeah, I did say I wanted to
Okay,
be
that's
up.
That's fine.
And then the second action. I mean, looking at the hostages. How many are there?
There's let's say 5 of them.
Okay. So, Caskis looks over at the rest of the gang. They look okay. So he's probably going to go fly down an action and then prepare to start trying to untie them. But I think actually he's going to he's going to come down to the ground, maybe like here. Yeah, like here where he's kind of bottom left of that 5 area. Not necessarily looking like he's going to deal with the hostages, more just kind of turn towards the 2 ministers because he doesn't want them to get the sense that he's doing something with them. But he's going to prepare to do a firewall between them next turn, probably.
Okay.
Like, yeah, or something. Cool.
All right. So you see the immortal elves, some of whom that you've become familiar with recently, as well as Hagen, sort of just bound up. And Hagen's like, "Get me out of here!" All right. The spirit-bound Illum is going to shriek. Let's have a look. Is going to run around 15 foot, 20, 25, and is going to make an attack against you with his fist. That's 39 to hit. Cascus.
39 will be a... why is my AC 28? That's weird.
Probably not wearing armor.
Why has it gone down? No, but the button is on, so it should be 32.
Is it?
But it still hits. It's still a hit, but it's just whether or not it's a crit or not.
That's fine.
I don't know why it's done that. That's really weird. Yeah, it is warm.
It's fine. I'll take it 32 for now. So that's 27 bludgeoning damage.
Minus 10.
Minus
Yes.
10. Yeah.
27 to 17.
And then you need to make a fortitude saving throw, please.
So 27 minus 17. 91. And a fortitude save. 91. Fortitude save. Yeah. 26.
That is a failure. It's not a crit failure, but you are paralyzed for a turn.
Zoop. Okay.
So yeah, it rushes over to you, claws you in the back, and you feel this cold sensation come over you, and just suddenly your whole body is locked up. There's one action, two actions.
I'm wounded 1. That's why I think maybe.
I think you've also just
I've
got the stats on the armor wrong because it's got the AC bonus on it as 2 when it should be 5 or 6 if it was plate.
Yeah, I don't know why that, because I thought it was fine before then. Let me have a look. So what am I changing the AC? It's 5, is it?
If it is still splint mail, then it'll be 5. Then is it still 5? Might be 6. Well, plate is 6.
It would make more sense for 6 because that was usually 32, and because I think it's 6.
Yeah, splint's 5, and you can still add 1 from dex, whereas plate is just 6, and you don't get any dex.
Okay.
All right, and then its last action, it's just going to run up near where Cyan is, floating in the air. All right, Hanira.
Is anyone injured? Because I just had a look and I couldn't see that you can use battle medicines to get rid of bleeding.
I thought you might. I thought you could. I thought it was part of the treat wounds. Like,
oh,
I think that's
maybe.
for wounded.
Because you-
I think that's for wounded, not bleeding.
Oh, is it wounded?
Yeah, that's wounded. But no one has anyone?
Oh, I guess not then.
Does anyone need to heal?
I'm back at
Cascus
full, so I don't
Cascus is
mind.
looking pretty hurt.
Cascus.
He's
Okay.
sort of half.
See? He's
Well,
alright.
you're at half.
What are you trying to say? Trying to say I'm weak?
You will be.
I don't want to cast Chain Lightning because sometimes it heals them.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, can I make a recall knowledge check on the golem? Or the undead bastard guy?
Yeah. Hang on. That is Arcana.
Nice. 39.
That's just a failure. Yeah, it's DC 40. I'm afraid.
Oh, that's fake. In that case, I'm gonna cast. I don't know. I'm gonna just do the same thing and cast. Oh my god. Where are you? Oh yeah, sorry, it's in a different section. I'm gonna cast slow again on it.
Okay. It's another fortitude saving throw.
Yeah?
38.
Okay, it's slowed for 1 round.
Okay. Is that slow 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My turn.
All right. Yeah. So you begin to weave a magical binding on it, and sort of like magical rainbow-esque chains begin to just like latch at it, just slowing its actions, giving some resistance to everything it does, as it sort of is looking for its next victim. That's your turn, is it?
Yep.
All right, Henning.
I'm going to dive down and attack this one.
Okay. That's just one action to get to the ground.
And I'm gonna do a spell strike with telekinetic projectile.
Mhm.
Oh dear. 34?
34 misses, I'm afraid.
Oh. Well, that's me.
All right, yeah, you dash down at it, slash, but he just ducks out of the way. You notice that these are immortal elves who clearly have a large taste for blood and the energy of their victims. They are very fast, well-fed, and look particularly evil. So unfortunately, he just sort of ducks out of the way. All right, this one is grabbed. He is going to make a couple of claw strikes against you, Calcifer. First one, 32.
Misses.
misses. Second one, 33. That misses, I assume. And third one, he's going to just try and break free from your grapple.
Okay, with a -10.
-10. That is 22.
That is a crit fail, which I don't think does anything extra on escape.
Okay, Calcifer.
Okay, so Calcifer is going to first command Hank to join in and make an attack. So yeah, he's just going to go for a draw attack on the guy that Calcifer has grabbed.
Okay.
31.
No, that misses.
Okay, and then Calcifer will raise a shield, and he shall just take a swing at the flat-footed guy.
Okay.
And get an at one.
Oh yeah, as you sort of try and whack your warhammer, the guy who has you grabbed just sort of jostles you a bit. you just missed. All
Okay,
right,
that's
Cyan.
it for me.
Hang on, just a moment. Can Cyan reach the weird fucker from up here, or?
If you sink down 5 feet, you can, because he's 10
Would
feet.
that be an action?
It'd be an action to move to just go down 5 feet.
All right. Would I be flanking?
Not from there, but if you move here, you would be. If you move here, you would be.
All right.
So-
I'm gonna take whatever actions I can to get to flanking.
Yeah, that's just
and
one
then
action.
And then I'm going to attempt to strike.
Okay. All right, 40. That is a hit.
That's a 40. Cool.
All right, 19 damage.
And then it's sneak attack.
Oh, this guy's no longer grabbed, by the way. 'Cause it's
Oh, is he not?
it's end of your. It's until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Stick,
The enfeebled.
sticky
No, he's not anymore.
I think he'd still be enfeebled 1. 'Cause I think he's enfeebled 1 for a minute.
Oh, okay. Is that 9? Yeah. All right. So yeah, just swooping down, getting around the back of the loom, stabbing it just in the shoulder, just cutting a little bit.
And then I get a free action, debilitating strike with precise debility, which means that it has now become flat-footed.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to strike it again with my third action.
All right. That misses, unfortunately.
27. All right, that's me.
Oh, how much persistent spirit damage?
3.
Thank God to tell us that.
I mean, woof.
To take persistent spirit damage, guys. All right, that's your turn then, Cyan. Yeah, slashing at the spirit. All right, the Minister of Tumult is going to. Because he has you grabbed.
Was that
it
last turn?
That was last turn he grabbed
Okay.
you.
Still grabbed then.
Is it at the end of this turn? It will end.
Yeah, unless he maintains it.
All right, he is going. Is there an action to maintain it?
So it's a grab, but if that comes as part of like a creature grab, then they can just automatically use it to maintain it rather than making an additional grab.
Okay, right. He's going to make a claw attack against you. Actually, no, he's going to use a drain key on you. Can you make... Oh, he needs to make an athletics check against your fortitude DC.
Okay, DC 35.
That's a 43.
Okay, regular success.
Alright, so you are drained 1 still. And it would regain HP, but he doesn't need to. And then... draining key from a creature that is already drained but doesn't restore any HP, but increases the victim's drain condition value by 1, killing the victim when he reaches drain 5.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh,
So
no.
you are drain 2.
Dear.
Oh dear.
It is now going to use another drain key ability. Athletics check. Natural 1. It is now going to use another drain key
That
ability.
means all the drains go away, right? On a crit fail, right? Right?
Fortunately not. 41 for its...
Regular success.
Alright, you are now drained 3.
Oh god. How do you get
It's
rid of
going to use and that.
it?
It is going to use Pot of Greed to do it.
Like someone pot agreed. That's not what it does.
Right, Cascades, you are paralyzed.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm having a good time. Do I need to do anything?
No, it just ends.
Nice.
That's to do
Feels good.
Alright, the Spirit Bound Illume is going to...
It's gonna hit me.
It wants to paralyze you again.
Nice. That's kind.
It's going to hit you. That's 45 to hit.
That's correct.
It's a crit. So that's 72 bludgeoning damage.
62.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to do a fortitude saving throw, please.
Yeah. Fortitude. No, this is weird. It's like no, it's not. Anyway. 33, is it? 33.
Right, that is a fail.
Yay!
You are paralyzed. It is now going to attack Cyan
Nimble dodge.
with a -5.
Don't forget it's slowed.
Yeah. So that's 33 to hit.
With nimble dodge. That is a miss.
Okay, yeah, it like lashes out at you after paralyzing Cascus, but because it's slowed, it can't do anything else. So, Hanira.
Okay. I'm gonna... I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. Which is the one that summoned it?
This one.
Do I? But that one hasn't had much damage against it, has it?
He hasn't taken any yet.
No.
Don't think any of them have really taken much.
No, actually,
Okay.
this is the only one who's actually taken any damage. That's just from Cyan.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at 3rd level on it.
Okay.
So that is 1d4. No, 64 plus 6. $23.
On who?
This one.
This, okay, 23. Alright, yeah, your shots hit it in the back. Causing a bit of damage. Anything else?
No, I don't have any more actions left.
Alright, Henning.
Oh dear. Okay, I will, I guess, recharge my spell strike and try again. That's what we do. So spell strike with telekinetic projectile. shit. Oh, it was
What
going to the 18.
What a wet
Yeah.
lettuce.
All right, well that's the end of my turn again.
That's a miss. Are you recharging your spell strike?
I can't. I did at the start of the turn.
Oh, right. Okay, in that case, this Minister of Tumult is going to attack. Actually, he just says to his buddy, "Ah, you've got him there. I'll go for the witch. I'll go for the witch." And so he's going to run 10, 15,
Wow.
20.
Actually,
25.
he's a sorcerer.
That's 2 actions to get there, and then he's gonna claw you, Hanera.
Yep.
33 to hit.
That hits.
All right. 28 damage. And he's going to use an athletics check to try and grab you. 36
What is that for?
against your fortitude DC. Yeah, that's a success.
That hits.
You are grabbed.
Okie dokie.
All right. Calcifer.
Right, little spooked by this whole drain 3 thing on die on drain 5. But he's going to raise a shield.
Mhm.
Hop on Hank.
Okay.
Switch out. Pull out Dawn Reaver. And then Hank is going to. You got this, Henning, right?
Oh yeah, don't worry about me.
Hank's just gonna fly 10 feet up.
Oh, you were drained last round, right?
Hello, darkness.
Yeah.
You need to do a DC 5 flat check, please.
Oh.
When you stride for a round afterwards.
Technically, I didn't stride. I mounted Hank because I was
Does
already
that-
adjacent.
Does it have a stride action?
Is it anything with the move trait?
I guess it wasn't a stride. All right, that's fine.
Okay, well that's good because I rolled a 4. It has the move trait, but
Hank will be
yeah,
my
it's not a
legs.
stride. But yeah, that's it for me. Hank will take a stride though, a fly rather, then go up 10 feet. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Cyan, did you take the 2 damage persistent damage off your turn?
Sorry. No, hang on.
Can you
Just
do a
moment.
check for me as well? Flat D20.
Sticky bum.
Alright, so you're still bleeding.
Can't
Just
hear it.
my damage. Alright, what's Hank doing? Oh, what were you doing, Calcifer, on your turn?
I already took my turn.
Okay, that's fine. Alright. Sire.
I'm going to try and hit him again.
Alright.
Um,
43, that is
43.
a hit.
Not a crit with flat-footed.
No.
Okay.
Not yet. 20 damage. And then 8 sneak attack.
dun, 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 dun.
Alright. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you, Zach. Sorry, you broke up a bit.
You're breaking up.
Sorry.
That's
No, so he's got the same debilitation. I'm going to try hitting him again, and then I'm going to fly up.
Okay. 37, that just hits.
37. And then I'm gonna fly up about 10 feet just to get out of range of him.
Okay, he's going to use an attack of opportunity. Uh, 39 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. That's 36 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I wish I didn't do that.
And then you need to make a fortitude saving throw, please. Alright, nat 20. You are not falling to the ground yet. Alright, that's your turn.
Cool. Do I still take the bleeding?
Yes, and you need to do another flat check, please. Yeah, still bleeding, unfortunately. Alright, this Minister of Tumult is going to attack Henning Dyer.
Before he does that,
Yeah.
I have a thing where I can get +2 AC, but it's a reaction. I'm not sure. It doesn't specify whether I need to tell you now or after you've given me the roll.
What is it?
Just says it's preternatural parry. Believe trigger. You're targeted by a strike or spell attack roll, or you're about to roll a saving throw against a spell effect.
Yeah, it's when you're targeted, it's not when it's rolled.
Okay, so I can. Yeah, so I need to tell you now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm using that now.
Okay, that's 37 to hit.
It still hits. Damn it.
Okay, Glimpse of Redemption.
That's 32 piercing damage.
Reduced by 16 to 16.
Cool.
And they're enfeebled 2.
And he's enfeebled 2. And then he is going to make an athletics check to try and grab you. That's 36. Against your fortitude save thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. That will.
It'll be plus 10, so.
Well, plus
32.
10. So.
Yeah. So
Oh, I
32
have
would-
32 fortitude. So
That's fine. So that's a success. So you're grabbed,
Uh-oh.
and he's going to use Drain Chi.
No. No, not my
Athletics
chi.
check. Enfeebled is actually quite good against these guys because it just reduces athletics. 36. That's another success.
Yeah.
So you are drained 1.
My chi.
Yeah, the drain's pretty brutal because it makes additional ones more likely to have to work. So it
Yeah.
reduces your fortitude saves.
It's a death spiral.
Yeah.
And then he is going to walk down a bit.
I don't want to.
All right, Cascus.
I'm paralyzed, right?
Yeah. All right, you are no longer paralyzed, and it's the end of your turn.
No, oh yeah. That's right.
Well, wasn't that fun?
I'm sorry.
It do be like that. It do be like that sometimes.
He's going to cast Paralyze again.
The spirit bound Illum is going to attack Cascus Poverib with a fist.
Hang on.
35 to hit.
There's a hit.
God, he rolled a 2 on that. Okay, well, that is going to be 42 bludgeoning damage.
I am down.
Alright, Cascus is unconscious. And dying.
Squeaky bum.
You don't need to do a fortitude saving throw.
No, I don't. You're right.
And it is going.
Nice.
It is going to use 2 actions to fire an obliteration beam
At Cascus Povrov? Question mark.
at Henning.
Okay.
Uh,
Can you make a reflex saving throw, please, Henning?
Yeah.
That is a fail.
Oh.
Glimpse of Redemption.
That's 62 force damage.
Thank fuck.
Oof. Reduced by 16 to 46. And they're enfeebled too.
Okay.
Ow. Kim Jong Un.
EPK question mark?
Enfeebled 2. Alright, that's his turn. Henera.
Okay, I would like to use my blood magic to cast Dimension Door. If I can do that.
Okay.
Cool. And then I'm gonna Dimension Door, like, can I do it in the air? Or do I have to fly with a separate action?
It'll be Arrest of Fall, whatever it's called, which is a reaction.
Wait, what do you mean?
So there's an equivalent. Yeah, Arrest of Fall is a reaction. So if you have a fly speed, you can use an acrobatics check to save or slow, kind of stop falling, basically.
So that's to
Right, so-
take no damage from a fall.
No, yeah, but you.
I'm not flying, so.
You can stay. I'll let you stay in the air, like if you want to do that.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna move. Just like, oh, I don't know. Here? Yeah. Here seems good. Nick, Christopher. And then I have one action left. Oh, I was sorry. I just need to. So Dimension Door is level.
Because otherwise, you'd have to use a fly action to stay flying. So.
Dimension Door is level 4, so that's costs me 8 HP as well. What? Okay, so that's my turn. Oh, also, I wanted to ask, is there anything that can get rid of Drained? Because I've been looking at all my stuff and I can't find anything.
I think normally it's just a full night's rest. And that reduces it by 1.
Yeah, okay.
Oh god.
So unless there's something specific in the stat block. Or there's spells
Yeah.
that do it, probably.
No, I couldn't find any spells that do it.
No.
I have Soothe, but that's only mental. Anyway, that's my turn.
Pretty mental.
Okay.
Pretty mental.
How high up in the air are you?
Like 20 feet?
You can be higher than that if you want.
I want to be. I want to be near everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
Henning.
So how's this fast healing thing work? I've got it up, but it just says a creature with says the listed amount of hit points, but I don't see that listed anywhere.
You just
I
look
think-
it up.
So it'll be on the item. Which was a bloodbound ring, I believe?
Equal to half your level.
Oh, okay. So I get 7.
Yeah. So every turn you get 7.
Yay. I'm gonna. Can I try and get out of the grapple?
Yeah, it's an athletics check.
Yeah.
Or
That
acrobatics.
go.
Or non-armed attack.
Yeah. We'll do acrobatics. That sounds good.
Or the break grapple action.
Ah, 31.
That's against what, his fortitude DC?
I think so. I don't know.
That's a fail.
Oh. Okay. Guess I'll try and hit him anyway.
Okay.
Well, I'll recharge my spell strike as an action, and then my last action will be just to try and hit him normally.
Mhm.
So let's try and stab him a little. I'm not gonna be able to stab him.
That just misses.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my go again.
God, these brass ordered lot are tough. Jesus.
Oh yeah, they should have been taking persistent spirit damage as well every turn.
Oh yeah, how much?
3. and then flat check, and then etc. etc.
What's the flat check?
Just DC 15 flat check, I believe. Just the default one.
Yeah, it's a fail. So I'll make them do another 3. And then I'll take another save after this. Right, whose turn is it? Oh, it's his turn. He goes, all right, well, if you're going to go in the air, I'll have to go for the people on the ground. He's going to go over here, and he's going to attack Calcifer.
Calcifer is 10 feet up on Hank.
Well, you occupy his square, his space, do you?
No, Hank is 10 feet up and Calcifer is on him.
Flying.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right, well, I'll go for the only one left on the ground who isn't dying. I'll go for Henning. God damn you.
How'd you know his name?
I've been watching you.
Oh god.
All right, Henning, you are flanked. 41 to hit.
Yeah. That's a crit.
No, it's a crit success.
This is the drain.
That is 68 piercing damage.
Ow. Help.
Good thing they are on the ground still, otherwise we would have absolutely nothing to deal with them. One of those is...
All right.
And then he's going to try and grab you.
Well, they're both gonna grab.
No, he's going to he's going to grab you. 30 against your fortitude. You see that's a fail.
Oh, the other one's grabbing me as well.
Yeah.
So they're both gonna grab me.
And then he's going to attack you with a final attack. With a -5. Natural 20 for a 45.
I'm dead. I'm down.
Alright, that's 64 piercing damage, and you go unconscious.
Yep. Like, it's the first time Henning's been unconscious.
Unconscious. Where are we? Here. You are dying. You try and mess with the brass order, you get the horns.
I don't think you've got this right, buddy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Calcifer.
Okay. So, have either of these two really taken any damage?
No, except for your spirit damage.
Oh. And they're still grabbing Henning.
Oh no, he's dropped Henning now, sorry.
Okay.
It's just tracking around its limp corpse.
In that
Yeah,
case...
Henning's just on the ground.
That's awkward. Okay, so... Alright. Calcifer is going to cast Loose times Arrow. This will make everybody quickened for 1 turn. Or until the end of my next turn. Including Hank.
Okay.
Hank is then going to swoop down. I'm going to command Hank to move. Let's give him an extra action. So then he's going to swoop down, grab Henning, and then fly up.
Okay, how far can he fly up?
He can fly 15 feet up.
Alright, Henning.
But I will
Limp
go 10.
Body gets grabbed.
But I will go 10 feet because then I'm still in reach because I have a reach weapon.
Okay, 10 feet.
So then I have 1 action left, with which I will cast Lay on Hands on Henning.
Okay.
So Henning gets 42 health. And that is it for my turn.
All right. I don't know why it says you're invisible. All right, Henning, you have 42 HP. You suddenly awaken, flying a little bit in the air as you see Hank flapping desperately to try and hold you and Calcifer.
42, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh no! The sky, our one weakness. They say.
Put me down, let me back at him.
Did we just stay up here and just pelt these guys until they die?
Maybe.
Right, that's the turn, Calcifer.
That's it, yeah.
All right, Cyan.
I'm just gonna go back down 5 feet and try and stab this guy a little bit.
Okay.
That's a 28.
That is a fail.
I'm gonna fucking try again. Why not? Alright, well, he's no longer flat-footed.
All right. That is a miss again. Oh, sorry. No, he's still slow. So far. They both got shoes, so they look the same. All right, that's your turn then, Cyan.
Yep.
All right. This Minister of Tumult goes, "Get back down here! God damn it!"
No.
All right. He's going to. Let me just have a quick look. Well, two can play at that game. He's going to go over to Cascus and he's going to grab Cascus.
Oh no.
And then he's going to start tying him up as well. With the rest of the prisoners. And says to the prisoners, "Right, you're going to come with us." Cascus, you need to make a dying flat check.
Okay. Where's that check again?
I just forgot I need to do my flat check.
Where's the dying flat check again?
It's just a d20, I think. Hang on.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, I forgot I
Yeah.
need to do my thing for
That is
bleeding.
Armenian.
I'll just do that now.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, and this guy needs to take another 3.
Did you get my roll? No? Yeah, 17.
That is a success. So your dying value is reduced by 1.
Cool.
So you are stabilized. But you are still unconscious, I think. But you have 1 HP.
But I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remain unconscious, but you can wake up as described in that condition. You lose the dying condition automatically and wake up. Oh, you don't have 1 hit point. You just have you're still at 0 hit points, right? You didn't get any hit points.
No,
No, yeah. So you're just unconscious. So you're sleeping or have been knocked out. So basically, if someone gives you 1 hit point or wakes you up,
I mean, so I did take a lot of damage to make me get knocked down. Is that? That's
it doesn't.
fine, right?
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing it matters is if it's a crit, then it makes you go straight to dying 2.
Okay.
And is he wounded?
Only
Anytime you
wounded
lose the
one, yeah.
dying condition, you become wounded 1. Yeah, so you are wounded 1.
Nice.
So that means that you'll go to dying 2 next time you get knocked out. Next time you start dying again. Wounded. Oh, you are already wounded 1. Oh, that's fine. Okay, cool. So yeah, you are unconscious. People can wake you up. If you get 1 hit point, you will wake up.
Can't wake up.
All right. Spirit-bound Illume is going to use 2 actions to use Soul Shriek, which is a 15-foot cone
Oh god.
in this direction. Oh, maybe this. Hang on.
Being 10 feet up, is that in range?
Sort of aiming it up.
Oh, but are we more than 15 feet away? So if it's like 10 feet across, then also 10 feet up.
It's hard to visualize.
I think that's 20 feet. I think it's like, it'll be like that, right? Wait, no, like that.
Well, okay, he's gonna step up and then use 2 actions to do it.
Okay.
That'll definitely get you. All right, can Hank, Henning, and Calcifer make a basic fortitude save, please?
Basic fortitude save.
Who you calling basic?
Henning, that is a fail.
No.
Hank, Calcifer, that is a success. So Henning, you are stunned 1. That means you have 1 less action next turn.
Okay.
But you do not fall out the sky.
So I'd hope they wouldn't let go.
That's his turn. Inera.
I would like to heal Cascus. I'm going to cast this one. Got 21.
Have I been tied up?
You are currently bound.
I wake up.
All right, 21 hit points.
And then, oh, that's 2 actions.
I mean, you are quickened as well, but it's only step or stride, so limited usability.
Oh, is he quickened? Because you just had his turn. It's going to be your turn before he's...
Doesn't his
No.
turn move to the
Oh, yeah.
after?
Who knocks you out? Here. Okay, so you're...
I think it's just well, I think it's just before the thing that.
Oh,
knocked
it
you
was
out,
already
so
just before.
it was already there. Yeah, it happened. The same thing happened with Henning.
And then I'm gonna cast Inspire Courage on everyone.
Be brave, everyone.
Come on, you
I
can
want to
do
go
it.
home.
I really don't like these guys.
I think it can go on everyone.
Okay.
Can we go home now?
That's my turn.
All right, Henning. You are currently in Hank's grip, a bit hovering just off the ground.
He will allow you out if you wish to fly of your own free will.
Yeah, I might just remove myself from his jaws if that's alright. Also, I lose wounded 1 because I have bounce back.
Okay. Cool.
Guess
You're not stunned.
I'm gonna stay at this height, and I'm gonna cast spells at them. Then I'm going to cast telekinetic projectile on this one below me.
Okay.
So attack roll. 35.
That just misses.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well that's all my actions, isn't it? Because
Alright.
I was stunned once. So.
This is a very tumultuous encounter.
The ministers start to listen in their ear to a message that is being sent to them. And this one sort of looks up at his buddy and says, "Understood, master," and is going to start to leave.
Hey, wait!
75. It's all right. The loom will just dispose with them. Calcifer.
Okay.
Just gonna leave that.
I feel
We
like
have
we
what
don't.
we need. He's still got the book on him. So
Sorry, he's got what on him?
he's got that book,
That book. Oh shit.
Hagen's book.
Okay, I don't think we have the privilege right now to be locking down extra conditions on not dying. So, how hurt does this construct undead thing look?
Nah, not even half yet.
Okay, would I be able to take a good guess that this is an unholy creature?
It is absolutely.
Okay. Going to point out Dawn Reaver. I'm going to cast first True Strike to gain fortune on my next attack roll. I'm then going to use a legend point, and I'm going to cast Holy Light from Dawn Reaver at 7th level. So that is going to be plus 21 to hit.
Fuck.
Well, plus another 10. So effectively 46.
Okay, that's a hit.
Just a hit. 36
Yep.
wouldn't hit.
36 would not hit.
Okay, so regular hit. And this is going to be some damage. So G6 so 5 to 6 plus 2 6 so 4 just 8 13. Can you save me some effort here? Does it have a weakness to either fire or spirit?
No.
Okay, so I'll just roll all the damage together.
Ah!
It's actually
that's-
immune to fire and spirit.
So that's 94
Lot of
damage
dice.
as a combination of fire and spirit.
Okay, it's looking pretty hurt now. Yeah, a huge ray of radiant energy shoots down from you, riding Hank, and pierces it through the chest. The blue energy that surrounds it begins to flare even stronger, as you hear like a wail from the spirit trapped within. You notice like a hush to the forest around you as the radiant light shoots up into the sky, making it quite obvious that a very powerful radiant magical beam just was fired here.
Okay.
But that being said, yeah, he is looking very hurt.
Okay, and then Hank is just gonna he's gonna fly up a bit more so this guy can't attack us. Actually no, don't care about this guy attacking us, it's only the other guy. He's gonna get closer. Gonna go down, go to here.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Cyan.
Where I am I flanking? I'm just
Yes.
confused because of the heights.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try an attack.
Okay. That is a miss.
Even with flanking?
Even with flanking.
Cool. Well then I guess I'm just gonna try again.
Okay. That is a miss.
No. Well, I don't really know what else I can do.
Try again. You can always get a nat 20.
I don't think it'll even work on the
Yeah.
on the minus with the -10.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Is a miss. Yeah, so slashing out is it. Unfortunately, just because you're like a bit higher than him, it's sort of hard to stay just out of reach, or just within reach.
Oh, sorry, I just realised I didn't actually apply my advantage. My fortune, so it could have crit.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you.
So that would have actually been... Is that lower? Yeah, that's lower.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right, this one here calls out to his buddy and says, "I'll race you there," and is going to turn into a flock of bats with 2 actions, and is going to fly away. Woo! Pagan shouts out, "Ah, he's got my book still!" Cascus.
He's not there, is he? Though.
Oh, he was healed.
No. The guy with the book. He's gone, right?
He's still over here, but he's going to be gone soon.
There's nothing I can do to stop him. I'm bound anyway, aren't I? So. Can I try and debound myself, or is that?
Yeah, I'll let you do a DC 5 flat check.
How bad are these binds?
It was quite hastily put on you during a battle. So how well can you bind someone in 6 seconds?
I suppose.
That's fine. You know,
Okay, so 2 actions. Like, I'm just gonna. Oh no, there's the guy to my left. I'm gonna drop a. I'm just gonna use a big. I'm gonna do a level 6 shadow blast. Can I? Oh, it's got. I've got it as a line, so I'll just do it as a 50-foot line going in front of me.
on this guy on the Illume.
Yeah.
All right. Does it need to do a reflex save for that?
It's DC 33 basic. Hold on, let me see. The blaster was 5d8 damage of the type you choose. Oh, and I'm gonna do it as.
Yeah. Is it a reflex save?
I'm looking. It's just as DC 33 basic.
Can you put it in the chat, please?
I can. Where's the one to put it in the chat?
If you just cast it, it'll be on there.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There you go.
Basic what? Shadow Blast. Oh, you reflex or will? It's your choice. Oh, sorry, it's the target's choice. Okay. I guess I'll do will then.
And I'll do it as like acid damage, maybe. I don't know if it's resistant.
All right. It got a 40, so it's going to take half damage.
14 damage then.
14. All right, it's looking pretty hurt. It's acid, is it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah, so its armor and the scraps of leather that sort of surround it just begin bubbling as the acid sort of goes into it. Doesn't seem to be super affected by it, but it still takes some damage. And that, but yeah, you're alive. That's the best thing that you could hope for. Can you make sure you just add however much HP you have? Because I can't. It still says you're at 0 for me.
Sorry, yeah. I thought I changed it.
That's fine. Alright, the Spirit-Bound Illume is going to use one last set of attacks. It's going to attack Henning with a fist.
Oh.
38 to hit.
Yeah,
My
that hits.
food's done. I've got to get going.
Okay, cool.
Be right back.
We'll be back in a sec. 42 damage.
Oh,
I will-
knocks me down.
I will glimpse.
Oh, no.
I will glimpse of redemption. So you have 16 health, and it's back to enfeebled 2 if it wasn't. If it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it starts
it's still-
taking
still
persistent
enfeebled.
damage again.
Yeah, that's fine. It does not say that actually. And then it's going to attack Calcifer. 33 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
And then Cyan. That is going to be a 33 to hit as well. And that is going to miss. That's his turn. Himera.
I'm gonna magic missile again.
Okay.
I think I'll do it at 5th level this time. So that's 9. Plus 9 plus 5. 41.
Ooh, how would you like to kill it?
Hey, nice.
I'm back.
Magic missiles all over.
Yeah, just suddenly a machine gun of rainbow shots shoot out, piercing it all throughout the armor. Beams of blue light shoot all over the place as it begins to crumble to dust, and this trapped spirit form is released, shooting up into the air before vaporizing into blue light. It dies.
Get right.
All right. Sorry, I know that we should have had a break, really. Should we have a 5-minute or 10-minute break or so
Yes,
and come back?
please.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back in a bit.
See ya, cooler kids.
Hello, welcome back. So just before the break, the party had fought off some powerful ministers from the Brass Order who had captured Hagen and his compatriots just outside the prison of Vesh. Before they kind of got a message from, well, you assume Nelsamel, and retreated, leaving the Illum to finish you off, but you managed to defeat it. So as you're standing over the bound Hagen and his compatriots, are you going to unbind them?
Yeah.
You're going to let them set them free? Hagen stands up and dusts his trousers down and says, "Oh, gods, we had everything in order here. You went and ruined it. They ran off now."
It looked like it was ruined long before we got here, buddy.
Yeah, this didn't really look like it had gone to your plan.
Oh, well... all right, fine. We got ourselves a bit over our heads. I didn't realise we'd been tracked all the way over here, but... thank you for saving us. How did you know where we were?
This, I pull out the, and pull off the pendant. Well, I don't take it off. I keep it on for now. Your sister was obviously very worried about you, and she gave this to us. I think the bigger question is, why did you think we were going to die? Did you not trust us?
Well, you didn't return for a few days, and you said you were going to this temple, and... listen, we don't have infinite time to waste. I already told you I wanted to go to the...
I understand what
The
you're
vicious
saying, but this is the second time we are wasting time trying to deal with your overzealousness. I'm
Well-
beginning to get a little frustrated.
Well, that's understood, and of course we all thank you for your assistance, but Vesh's prison is here, and we do intend to continue onwards. So you can either come with us, or you can leave us.
Unfortunately, we cannot let you do that.
Excuse me?
You see, how do I put this politely? We have a better plan, and if you do this, it would cause complications for that plan. We have the same goal here, I think. So I think you should listen.
This is the one thing This is one thing I'm fated to do. If you will not let me destroy Vesh, then you have to kill me. He sort of like sticks his neck out. Go on.
Don't be so fucking dramatic.
I just like
God.
knock him unconscious. Just like while he's like doing that, can I just like knock him unconscious?
And slowly
the-
puts the sword
the-
away.
The others in the group
with a sword,
like,
just
sort
like
of are
knock him out.
imposing themselves as well, sort of saying you have to fight us all, basically.
Look, I could obliterate you all in about 2 seconds. Do you really want to go down this road?
I don't know. We're quite low on health here,
Shoot, I was like,
Hagen says, make a diplomacy check, but it's very, very clear that Hagen is set on this, and it's going to be extremely difficult to convince him otherwise. He says to you,
Can I use
Listen.
a throw instead?
that will be a hostile action.
Well, no, it can't be because the target, because that doesn't necessarily, not necessarily notice it if I do it, unless I fail unless I fail on the, unless I fail the spell, or critically fail. Only if I get you guys. So if I do it and you get a critical success on the roll, then you would notice it, but otherwise you don't notice it. I'll put it in the chat. No. For some
I'm
reason
just
I
having
can't.
that.
Whatever. There you go.
What are you going to say to him?
Basically enthrall him into not doing it for a while and give us time. Or to just go back to the camp, ideally. And I'm happy to like do a diplomacy roll as well with and I do a legend point on it.
All right. Well, he's going to do a save, but he does have some. He does have pretty good will. So
Okay. I will cast. So it's a DC 31 will save.
let me just look at the stat block.
Am I still bleeding, by the way?
Yeah. Let's just say that you patched it up. It's just fine now.
Okay.
Hmm.
So he's got a plus 17. So that's a oh shit. That's a 33.
It's a success, but he doesn't notice it.
Okay.
Um,
One of them says to you, and besides, Narsamel knows that we're here now. We might as well continue. We're just around the corner. If we have to die doing this, this is worth it.
I look to the others.
And what if you set Vesh free? When we're coming here unprepared.
Hagen says, I've spent the last year practicing this. They can take the book away, but I've memorized the entire thing. It doesn't matter. I'm in the best position right now outside here. Yes, you saved us, but quite frankly, this is what I'm destined to do.
I think a lot of people use that excuse and then they wind up not accomplishing it. Like there's a surprising number of people who believe they're destined to do something and then fail, and not even the last hurdle.
Look.
You could think that you're destined to do it, sure, but that doesn't mean that you are destined to do it.
Put it this way, he says. You can either help us do this, or you can leave.
Tell me this. How do you know that what you've got memorized from that there book is going to work here? How do you know it's not some plot for Vesh to get out?
Yeah, so those two Brass Order fools who just captured us, I know them, okay? He says. They have always been on Narsamel's side. They don't realize the depth and breadth of the Brass Order's disloyalty and the underground that is fighting against Narsamel. That book, the reason he's bringing it back to Narsamel is because probably Narsamel doesn't even know it exists. This is a good opportunity for us. That's why they ran away. They got their prize. They don't care about us. They think we're just going to foolishly kill ourselves anyway. There's enough traps in that prison to keep most people out.
Looking to the party. Now, to be fair, if that book was some kind of plant, you know, leaving it with him to, you know, do some sketchy ritual to actually release Vesh, they probably wouldn't have gone through all this to try and get it back. Probably would just let things go as they were, right?
Unless they were grooming him for some kind of other position, and this was, as they put it, a test.
Yeah, what do they mean by that?
They're just lying.
Mm-hmm.
All of the Brass Order, there's been a civil war within the Brass Order for years against Narsamel. Occasionally, some people get found out and get killed for it. Now, he could say it's a test, but he's trying to make us doubt our faith, doubt what we stand for.
Why would they lie to you when it looked like they were just about to kill you?
Why would they take the book? Like Helsifer said. It makes no sense.
None of this makes any sense.
If following what was in that book was going to be bad for them, what would they do? Come take the book. If what was in that book was what they wanted to happen, they didn't need to come here. They could have just let what was going to happen happen. I'm starting to come around to, you know, just finishing the job right here and now.
This is what I'm trying to tell you, Hagen says. He says, this is the best opportunity we have to strike at the power source that gives Narsamel his power. If we leave here now, we're going to have to deal with his power and Vesh's power when it comes to finally kill him.
He doesn't know that it's highly likely that Narsamel and Vesh is not working together, and actually it's Narsamel and
Well,
Narisa.
he said that Narsamel is draining Vesh's power from the prison.
Okay. I
There's,
see.
some, there's
Look.
some evidence for that.
And now that
Okay.
Narsamel knows what's going, well, he's gonna know anyway. If he doesn't already, what's going on here? It's only a
It
matter of
could
time
more.
before this thing is swarming with guards.
You've got to... Shit.
I think if we don't do this now, we're gonna struggle.
If we get rid of Vesh, what happens to the Guardians? Because they've got those shards of Vesh in them.
It should free them, Nick says.
Ah,
This sounds pretty good.
it might be your lucky day. Hagen. There you go. Here you go.
Hey, Hagen.
Yeah. Now look,
Yeah.
Hagen, don't be hasty. Don't be hasty. But let us. Yeah, we should have some time here. Let's let everyone get recovered. Go in there at full strength, or at least mostly.
That's fine. We were
Uh,
just planning on resting, but the prison is just up ahead. We should be able to get the doors open and then barricade them behind us.
Okay. Do you
Spend
know
the
what
night.
traps there are?
I have a mental map of the kind of layout of the structure from the Brass Order archives, but I mean, people haven't gone in there for a very long time. I don't know which ones have been set off, which ones have been, ignored. There are a certain number of trials, but unfortunately, the Brass Order did not have much information on them. But the first trial should just be within the entrance. So there's like a corridor and leads to the first trial.
Right. My opinion. We get ourselves topped up and ready to take a blow or two. And we head in. Barricade ourselves in as best we can. I don't know how handy you lot are, but I can put up a decent wall, I guess. And we take this shot.
And then hopefully we can slip out of here afterwards. With the wardens being freed from Vesh's control, Narsamel won't have the all-encompassing power over the gloom which he currently has. He'll be resigned to just Navorlus and his immediate power centers.
Okay.
Be a perfect opportunity to deal the final blow.
Now,
I hate this plan, but it's the best one we've got.
Now, I don't suppose any of you lot can are good at getting rid of people feeling a bit drained.
Eh.
Hagen says, let me have a look. He just starts to look at the wound that they put in you. He takes out a little hip flask and says, "Drink this."
I think
I'll
a
drink it.
fair few of us have this issue as well.
Calcifer, you taste a metallic tint of the liquid in the water in the hip flask, and kind of instinctively kind of gag a bit as you realise it's blood he's just given you.
Oh,
Interesting.
I wasn't hungry.
You do feel a bit less drained.
Huh.
Keep drinking. The blood of immortal elves. Blood has many revitalizing properties, including the ability to save those from vampiric influences.
What about the rest of us?
Well,
You got more where
what
that
did you
came
just
from.
say? Vampiric influences.
Does it have to be immortal elf blood or just any blood?
Just blood.
Well, you see, our friend here is, I point to Henning, is dealing with a potential transformation into a vampire. Do you have anything to help him?
Blood. Have some blood.
That's your solution to everything.
Blood. Somebody say blood.
I struck
Oh
my
god, it's
shoulder.
starting. It's already starting.
How does it taste, Henning?
You're no longer drained. Those who want to partake in the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Partake in
Sure.
the blood.
Also, while this has been going on, I've obviously been regenerating, so I don't know.
Yes, so you're probably
Health I
just
would get.
you're just back by default, pretty much back to full after every fight.
Okay. That's not bad.
Very cool.
Henning's like, I feel great.
I don't know what you're all complaining about. I've still got the drained thing on me, though.
Oh, I need to take it off you.
Where's Casper
There
gone?
we go.
Oh, there we
I
go.
feel even better.
Still wounded one, yeah.
All right. So Hagen says, "All right, if we're agreed, the prison's just this way. Quick before people come." He leads you down past a few kind of dead trees into a sort of cavern entrance, the front of which, carved into the cave mouth, seems to be like a hooded figure, where the hood kind of droops down and you sort of like enter the cave through where the face would be in the hood, with two hands kind of just pointing outwards. After a little while, you come across a large stone door where a few of Hagen's accomplices, disciples, I don't know how to describe them, start to sort of work on it with chisels to see if they can find any way to open it. And after a couple of minutes of prying, the door slides open with a kind of rumble. Do you enter?
Yeah, although we do need
Actually-
rest, right?
Heal up first. And we've got the heal scrolls if you want to just use a bunch of those.
Yeah,
If we don't want to
need
wait
double.
around for a couple hours.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do we have enough to just cover it? I think we do, don't we?
Yeah, I think Hera has some of them, though I've got 90.
90 healing scrolls.
Yeah.
I think I've got 15. Let me have a
Okay.
look.
So if we go off of mine, would you be able to just do average for the sake
Yeah,
of
that's fine.
determining healed numbers? Okay, cool. So that's second level, so it's 16 on the individual ones. It'll be 16 plus 9, so 25 per scroll. So it'll be
Is that on everyone?
2 for Hinera, 3 for Calcifer, 3 for Cyan. So that's if I just mark down 8 of them, I think that gets us all back up to full.
Well, and Cascus needed 141's HP's worth.
131.
Oh, okay.
131.
So that's another 6, so 14 of them.
Nick says, "Oh, it's useful having those things."
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
So entering through the large stone door, a small little corridor surrounded by ancient stone. Seems to be like a kind of marble. Like usually most of the buildings around here are made of some sort of granite or obsidian or something like that. It seems to be marble all around. The floor kind of ordained with kind of like golden patterns within it. That look, sort of remind you of fire, like almost like the like tongues of fire going all down the floor, until it opens up into a kind of chamber a bit further down, where there is what seems to be like a frozen lake or like a little frozen pond, so to speak, where at the end of the chamber, like a skeleton is kind of just sat with like a glowing bracelet around its neck. It just slumped. I can show you what you see.
Right, so if you find any bracelets in here, don't put them around your neck. Clearly doesn't work out that well.
Or maybe this is just like a power move check, and maybe if you put it around your neck, that's the secret key to it.
The first test is courage.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there no
Can
language?
you all
on-
can you all see? Sorry.
Yeah, you just have to click on it. It didn't automatically
Oh,
take you there.
sorry. You're gonna have to click on the vicious trial.
All right. Quite a small room.
Make a perception check for me, everyone.
Sure.
Looks like everyone stick near me.
All right, so the floor itself is icy, but it's a kind of like it's not a really slippery ice. It almost kind of crunches under your feet, almost as if there's like a thin layer of kind of snow or sleet over the top of it. And as you're sort of just looking around the room, you notice that the skeleton that's sat there, propped against the rock, is dressed as a guard, like an old elven guard. His sword and shields sort of lay next to him, and he just is even though he's dead and kind of slouched, his head is propped up against the rock so that he's always watching. Calcifer, as you and Henning, as you sort of like scratch at the ground beneath you, move a bit of the snow away, you realize that the ice itself is transparent, and seems to go a long way down.
Oh, shit.
As if there's like a huge, almost as if you're like looking down at like a large tower, maybe about 200, 300 feet before like before the light kind of disappears and you can't see any further down. But it seems
So
to go further down than that.
So the ice is continuing down there. It's not like it's a narrow bit and then gap.
Well, you're not quite sure whether it's ice all the way down. It might be like a layer of ice and then just a drop. It might be all ice all the way down that's just is all transparent, or it could be like a layer of ice and a layer of water. I'm not sure. But at the very least, like you know, getting a light source out and looking down, there's probably about 200, 300 feet of just sheer drop beneath you.
Nice.
Wings up, guys.
Yeah.
Wing up, everyone.
Wing up.
And there's nothing else. Any writing on the walls or anything?
There's no writing on the walls. The amulet around the neck of the thing is sort of glowing like blue, almost like the same color as the ice.
And there's no doors anywhere else, no?
No, it's just the entrance.
So it's not, it looks to me like our only choice is to interact something with that necklace.
We'll try a bit of a stomp.
Let's jump on the ice.
I mean, could try.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
stomp.
I'm saying it's an option. I'm not saying it's a good option.
It doesn't crack or anything. The ice seems to be quite solid.
Okay.
Hagen says, "Should we start mining? How do we get down there?"
Do we realize the kind of the fact that the amulet is the same kind of color as the
Yeah, it's the same kind of blue, and it's giving a very blue glow across the entire chamber.
Oh,
My hunch is that if we take that amulet off that creature, either the person who holds it or everyone else or all of us will suddenly be able to go through this floor.
Hagen, you said that this was a trial. Right. Well, there's trials in here.
Yes, the records suggest, Hagen says, that the wardens made it so only those who knew how to complete the trials would have access to the prison. Unfortunately, they didn't give any records about how to complete the trials, so we might have to work it out.
Right. Okay,
Next,
so it's
do
set
you
up like a
remember
puzzle.
anything?
I wasn't around when the wardens made this place, and as a not mortal, but as a humanoid, I wasn't supposed to enter. They felt it was too important to let it so that anyone could enter this place. They didn't let me know how it worked either.
Do you recognise the clothes on this guy? Making more time?
Yes, these are the clothes of an elven royal guard from the Age of Gods. It wasn't. I mean, this was out of date. These clothes were out of date even when we dealt with Vesh. These were not the clothes that my guards wore.
So this guy was probably put here then. This isn't some unfortunate guy that's wandered down here and died.
It is interesting, though, that the clothes have not seemed to age a day. The skeleton has, but the armor and the shields, they still look relatively new.
Maybe someone keeps coming here and changing the clothes.
Got some supply of old style clothes they're just using for. Oh fuck it, we know what we've got to do, right? And let's go look at that amulet.
Alright, and we'll end here for today. Alright.
Alright.
Alright, thanks for playing, everyone.
Thanks for
Thanks
Sesh.
for running.
And we will get back to it next time.
Yeah, see you next week, cooler kids.